Welcome back, everyone. It is Eric from Rare Candy, and today, as you can see, we're going to be updating one of my personal pet decks, I guess you could say, back from Scarlet and Violet base set. And that's going to be Oinkologne EX. So just a quick glance at this card. Doesn't seem too remarkable. We're largely going to be two-shotting Pokemon with these attacks. But what makes this card, I think, so interesting is all of the different tanking and disruption options that it has at its disposal. But in particular, we got a new card from 151 that does give this deck a bit of a boost. And that's going to be the new Rigid Band tool card that reduces the damage our Stage 1 Pokemon take by 30. Now, previously we did have the full face guard that was a 20 reduction, but the 10 extra damage from this is actually really important for Giratina V-Star in particular, because now you no longer also need a V-Guard energy to survive a hit. So this is the big new addition the deck has gotten, but the core strategy is the same. We're just trying to tank with Oinkologne and deny those KOs from our opponent if they can't one-shot us. But before we get any deeper into the rest of this deck and jump in some games today, if you guys do need any code cards to complete this deck or any others, feel free to check out friends of the channel over at PTCGLstore.com. Use coupon code RARECANDY at checkout for a discount. And Rare Candy's patrons not only had early access to this deck list, but also have their own exclusive discount code for even bigger savings. Links to those will be down below in the description. But jumping back into our deck list, just want to highlight some of our other Pokemon here. Of course, Burrell, I think is going to be the big one, has the Industrious Incisors ability to allow us to refresh our hand size. And this is really important because a lot of the time we're actually not playing draw supporters with this deck. We're playing cards like Cheren's Care or Cheryl. So we still need a way to offset our lack of draw power from supporters. And Burrell is going to be the way we are doing that. And since we do have the high Burrell count, we also have the Squovit to go with it. Now, I will point out we are not playing Dunsparce in the deck. And you might be thinking, well, don't you just lose to Lugia and Rapid Strike? And the answer is yes. Even with Dunsparce, it actually doesn't fix either of those matchups for you. You would still need Dunsparce, Radiant Gardevoir, V-Guard Energy, and Rigid Band to survive a hit from Tyranitar V. And yeah, you're not always going to make that happen. They can just target down your Dunsparce or the Radiant Gardevoir. So we're just cutting these cards, accepting those losses, and just using those additional deck spaces for other cards in this list. But getting into our trainer cards, Iono is another card we have gained over the past couple sets, but we are also playing 2 copies of Judge still in the deck as well, just because early game, Judge can be a little bit better than Iono if they have yet to knock out one of your Oinkolognes. But the big supporter cards that really make this deck function is going to be, first of all, Cheren's Care, which allows us to pick up one of our damaged colorless Pokemon back into our hand. So if our opponent swings one in Oinkologne, we Cheren's Care it up, re-evolve a Bench Lechonk, slap back down in energy, and keep on going. But also we are playing 2 copies of Cheryl in the deck as well, where you heal all damage from each of our evolutions and discard the energy that's attached to them. Most of the time, I think we like Cheren's Care a little bit better, but there definitely are times where Cheryl can outclass it, especially if we had a turn where we couldn't find a Cheren's Care and we have multiple damaged Oinkolognes. Cheryl's going to be a little bit better in those instances. We have 4 copies of Path to the Peak just because we have absolutely no rule box abilities in this deck. And this is going to be very important against, UV Max, Gardevoir, even Miraidon if you're going first, etc. And on the energy front, not too much has changed in this deck since the last time I covered it on the channel. We got our 4 V-Guard energies, probably our most important energies to reduce the damage from Pokemon V. But we also have our 3 copies of Double Turbo to sometimes be able to use that second attack on Oinkologne EX. And we also have our 3 copies of Lucky Energy just to see some additional cards whenever our Oinkologne gets attacked with it attached. Now we have gained Jet Energy since this card originally came out, but upon messing with it, I haven't been a big fan of it just because you are forced to switch into the active spot. You don't always want to be able to do that. So for the moment, I am foregoing the Jet Energy and just sort of sticking with the energies this deck had previously. But that's going to be my updated list for Oinkologne EX. Just be sure to smack that like button to feed that YouTube algorithm. And let's jump in some games and see how this deck can do in this new format. Okay, but it's going to be Zard. Now, Zard is definitely, I think, one of this deck's trickier matchups just because it is one of the decks in the format that can one-shot Oinkologne right now. So Path is going to have to come into play, and you have to sort of dance around Charizard being able to one-shot you. Like, you basically can't leave an undamaged Charizard for the end of the game. Because eventually you have to have a Charizard that already has like 100 something damage on it when you cross that 3 prize threshold over to 4. Otherwise, they can just one-shot you. So that's something we have to try to be mindful of here. Okay, there's going to be Arceus. That's cool. Okay, so I'm assuming they must have, like, Arceus V-Star in hand if they are... Huh. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Can grab Lechonk here. On the off chance they can use Arceus next turn, I hate getting all of these cards down, but I think we just need to... Like, I don't want to Iono. I think we have to judge here. Okay. Well, we don't lose to an escape rope, but this hand ain't doing too hot. Now, if they just knock out our active Manaphy, we can kind of live with that, because we can at least put on a little bit of pressure with the Oinkers over here. There's Charmander, Charmeleon, okay. So we definitely need to find a path for this next turn. Okay, Artisan. Absolutely amazing. We needed that. We are going to need to get Squobit to try to dig one card deeper. Oh, we see a Growlithe. Okay. So Arcanine EX, I'm assuming, is what they're playing this with. Arcanine, it's what, 30 plus 10 for every damage counter on it, and then the other attack is 250 discard 2 energies, I think. Okay, and a pass from there. So not a whole lot going on from our opponent, which means we can actually start attacking this turn as well. So let's go ahead and get down Doofers. Artisan for sure. We really do need a Lechonk as well, but I think we need to start trying to dig a little bit here. So we'll attach. Go for the Nest Dash. Okay, that's trash, but luckily we can start putting on some pressure onto this Arceus. Especially if they don't evolve, we can at least maybe get a 2-prize KO here. Oof. There's going to be shock, so they can get themselves Arceus V-Star. And the Zard. That's rough. So, kind of hoping they leave this Artisan in play for another turn. That way we can get another Lechonk here, but... yeah, this game's not looking too great right now. It definitely just got a lot worse very quickly. But let's see what they end up doing here. Okay, Artisan, what are they going to get? I imagine a Pidgey? Yeah, seems pretty good. Just curious what the Arcanine is for. Like, what matchup is Arcanine supposed to fix that Charizard already can't handle? Maybe, like, grass attackers? Maybe that's, like, the thought. Like, Charizard's weak to grass. You play the Arcanine, cover that weakness. Don't know if it's worth it, but I could see how on paper some of the theory there makes sense. Yeah, 250 discard 2. Oh, pass over to us. Okay, so they don't have a double turbo. That's actually pretty big. So let's go ahead and Artisan here. Oop, not Bidoof. We got plenty of them already. So from there, yeah, we just go for the Nest Dash. We just need to get into a way to draw cards. That's the big thing we've been missing so far. Okay, speaking of which, we got a gear. And we have a judge. We will take it. So let's just go ahead, judge here. I know we're going to refresh our opponent's hand, but that's fine. We just need to get better set up ourselves. So we could level ball, maybe discard a Bidoof. I think I'm actually going to do that here just to thin a little bit more. Definitely want to keep our bosses. Absolutely. Going to be some of our most important cards. So we're going to be looking for double turbo energy. That's the big card I think we need to see here. Not quite, though. I think we're going to get rid of Lechonk and Rope. Go for another Burrell. So show me the DTE. Let's go. Unfortunately, we don't get there, guys, but at least we can throw down an energy over here. And yeah, then we just go for... oh, wait. No, we get the KO because they bench the Pidgey. What am I talking about, guys? Okay, so we're good either way. So actually probably didn't need the Ultra Ball there. Would have liked to have saved the escape rope in hindsight, but yeah, I was like locked into that 130 we did last turn. I was still thinking like in that way. But we have a Cheryl, that's definitely good. Okay, another Charmander coming down, that's cool. Okay, Path, we'll take that. So let's level ball here. Just, oh, we are out of Lechonks. I guess so, but we have Rescue Carrier, so that's not a huge deal. I'm half tempted to save the Rescue Carrier because I don't think we're going to need it right now. So let's just go for Cheryl. So we could draw one first before playing our hand down. Or before using Squobit and going for our second Industrious. Is that worth it? I'm going to say sure. Okay. So from there we'll go for the Squobit. And we just need an energy here. Yikes. That feels bad, guys. Okay. Well, we're having fun. We just got to pass. Man, that is a huge whiff. I guess we're going to have to try to hit Cheren's Care this turn. Or even another Cheryl. Okay, Pokier. Can we get there? We do get Cheryl. Okay, so we're still in it. Now, how much are we hitting for right now? 160. Yeah, we'll have to go for a 2-shot no matter what, I think. Yeah, we just do that. So what I'd like to do... Actually, we can still make this happen. We just need to Cheren's Care next turn. Because we can pick this up, re-evolve this guy, reattach, and get the KO. Okay. That's cool. We'll take that. A barrel one more time. Okay, so we are locked and loaded, ready to go for this next turn. And the math actually works out like perfectly for us. And even though there's a good chance we're going to cross that threshold down to 2 prizes where Zards can start knocking us out, we're about to be at the point where all we have to do is boss twice to win the game. And I think we're cool with that sort of trade. So yeah, we're going to Cheren's Care here. And we have pretty much everything we want in hand. So I'm not actually going to Squove it this turn. From there, we'll just get down the DTE and go for the Heavy Stomp. And luckily, Path is down. So there is a good chance that we're not going to see a Zard come up and hit us. Now, kind of annoying that we did flip tails on the attack, so we can't attack on the next turn, but we can just retreat if we really want to. Okay, pretty decent prizes since we did prize with Chonk there. But yeah, I think we're content just swinging twice on an Arcanine to win this game at this point. Okay, I'm doing a whopping 0 damage due to the Rigid Guard putting in a ton of work. So let's just attach down here. And yeah, we're just going to retreat, I think. Oh, wait, we do need a... Because we're going to need another double turbo if we want to... Oh, we still have 2 left. For some reason, I thought we got rid of one earlier. I think we're probably cool just smacking the Arcanine here. So yeah, we'll go for the Maddening Scent. So we only have 17 cards left in deck, so I'm feeling okay about our odds of being able to find this double turbo on this next turn. Okay, there's going to be Boss. What are they going to target down here? Not the Squovit. Okay. Feels kind of bad. But I still think we're in a fine spot here. We just need... Okay, that's not what I wanted. But I think we're just going to start attaching preemptively back here. Yeah, we'll get down the Lechonk. Do this. Oh, I forgot about this attack. So if we do another 130, they'll be doing 290 to us. Ooh, actually, we can't swing onto Arcanine. Well, I guess we can. Like, because if they're attacking with Arcanine, we just win. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Like, yeah, feel free to knock out Oinkologne. We just need them to not, like, bump the stadium and go Iono knockout with Zard. That's the thing we're afraid of here. But we get the concession. Okay, so they clearly didn't have it, so we'll take it. All right, we can definitely live with this hand, but I'm just curious what we're going against because I kind of want to get Squobit because our hand isn't looking that good, but I mean, we could always get down Lucky Energy this turn to get an extra card too if our opponent can attack turn 1. Okay, but it's going to be Chien-Pao, and they're probably not going to do too much on their first turn, so that's good too. So we will get down the Lucky Energy just in case they do attack us here with the Frigibacks. And we could path them. I think we're cool with that. And I think we're going to save this hand for the moment because I would like to get another Lechonk, but I also might need to get Squobit to see an extra card. So we'll see. We're just going to hang on to this hand for the moment. So just curious what our opponent's going to do. So if they do even put down 2 Pokemon, we are going to be able to get a knockout on this Frigiback. But let's see what they're going to grab here. I would assume a second Frigiback, so that would make sense. And a Bidoof, okay. Do they have a supporter? That's the next question. And if they don't do too much else, I'm actually kind of tempted to target down this Bidoof instead of the Frigibacks. Okay, yeah, because they don't have a whole lot going on here. I think we should just take away their potential draw engine and call it a day. So yeah, we'll do this. And I think we'll go for, let's see what we have prized. So we do have a Lechonk prize. We could get one of those. Do we have any supporters prize? Just trying to think, what could we rip when we get this KO here? We have none of those prizes. Oh, we did prize a Pokeyear. What about Burrell? We did prize a Burrell as well, so we do have 2 cards that could allow us to draw cards here. I'm gonna say sure. So we could go ahead and attach here if we want to, which I don't hate. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And we'll just go for the KO on this Bidoof. Rescue Carrier, unfortunately, is not the prize we wanted here. Okay, so they do finally have a supporter here. I imagine we might see another Bidoof come down if they were really counting on being able to evolve into their Burrell. But we'll have to see what they're going to grab off Irida. What item are they going to get in particular? Or if they have Vacuum. Okay, there's going to be Escape Rope. That's cool. Okay, there's going to be Baxcalibur. Are they going to... Okay, they are going to play the rope, so we'll just promote the Lechonk here. Okay, and the path. So still not a whole lot going on. I'm really hoping the path has been putting in work. Ooh, that does make me tempted to play the Judge, but our opponent's still not doing a whole lot here, which makes me want to just keep attacking with Oinkologne for the moment. So I'm going to get this down back here. So we're just going to hit for 40, and then next turn, I think we go Judge KO. Okay, there's Ultra Ball. Tossing away 2 Water Energies, that's cool. Okay, and there's going to be the Bidoof. I was kind of hoping we would rip the boss there, but that's okay. I have a feeling they do have a... Like, I have a feeling they have the Burrell or something like that in hand, since we saw them prioritize that Bidoof so early before. And we do want to start getting our draw engine online, but that's tough. I think we're going to go for it though, guys, because I have a feeling they have Burrell in their hand because we saw them go for Bidoof immediately earlier in the game. So get down Bidoof. Level ball, grab Squovit. I think we'll get down Rigid Band over here. I don't think the increase in HP matters here because we can't buff ourselves beyond 290. And that doesn't really change the math for Chien-Pao taking KO. So I think we're just going to throw this back here in case we evolve into the barrel. Because that actually does make a little bit of a difference for us. And from there, we're just going to go for the Nest Dash. So unfortunately, that Judge didn't get us a whole lot that we wanted. Okay, we have a Judge for next turn at least. But we'll also get a KO. And we do know we have a barrel prize. So we could rip one here, which definitely would be sick. Get a little chunk. I mean, still a Pokemon we want out of the prizes eventually, I guess, but okay, they're just going to promote the Doof. Okay, there's going to be Radiant Greninja, so they must have the counter stadium, I would imagine. Oh, but there's Iono. I'm actually cool with that. Definitely okay with that one. Somehow... Okay. We're not doing that great off of these draws, I'm not gonna lie. Like we're fortunate our opponent did not have a good start. Because had they drawn well and we had the draws that we've been having, I don't think this game would be in the spot that it's in right now. Ooh, getting rid of an Irida. Definitely happy to take that. And of course, Chien-Pao hitting the discard as well. Okay, we have the Superior coming to hand. So actually, if we could boss, that would be sick, because we could actually just knock out Baxcalibur for a single energy if we wanted to. Okay, Chien-Pao's going to come up to the active, and if they have the energy, they probably do have the energy to knock us out, because they only had to get rid of one here. So, yeah, the remaining 3 from Superior, plus the 2 they just got, yeah, they should be able to get the KO. So really hoping this lucky energy will get us into something good. Okay, there's 4 energy. Do they not have the 5th energy? Because no doubt they got 4 energies back off Superior Energy Retrieval, unless I'm just not seeing correctly. Or didn't see correctly. Okay, but they're just going to go for the 2-shot. That's good news for us. We can play that game all day. Now, unfortunately, we do have to leave the Pokestop in play more than likely. Going for Cheren's definitely seems good, though it does open us up to some Greninja shenanigans. But I think that's what we're going to do here. So we'll get down Lechonk. And maybe we actually get down Manaphy this turn. Actually seems pretty good. So we'll do that. Get down Lucky Energy back here. And we could go for the Pokestop. There's not really too much we want. Maybe an Ultra Ball, but I don't think it's worth it. But we're just going to hang on to this hand and swing for 160. Okay, so we know they have 2 energy in hand. Do they have another Superior Energy Retrieval? That's the big card they're going to need here. And I'll have to go back and watch this footage again, but like, I could have sworn they had the energy they needed last turn. Getting rid of another Irida, that is pretty sick for us. So they're 3 Irida down. So if we do start doing some Judge Path or Iono Path shenanigans at some point, there is a good chance those will in fact stick. But they did not get Superior. I mean, do they have Irida just sitting in hand currently? Okay, we're going to see an Ultra Ball going for the Burrell, trying to, I guess, draw into the Superior. I saw how they have their Burrell in play, whereas we play a 3-3 line and we still can't manage to find ours. Okay, there's Cross Switcher. Okay, so it looks like they're gearing up for a Cologne play. Now that actually would be a little bit annoying. So they'd probably just knock out, what, Lechonk and Squovit. Okay, there's the Superior. So they did get there, but do they have the Cologne to go with it? I guess they were banking on hitting that off of the Industrious as well. Okay, but it looks like they're getting up to attack with Chien-Pao instead. Okay, that's fine. So definitely trying to get Path this turn if we can. How many stadiums have they gone through? Okay, they've not milled any additional stadiums, so they actually do have quite a few Path counters probably left. So can we top deck Boss here or Burrell? Either of those would be okay. Okay, we get Path, that's good. Question is, do we... Because we can hit for 160 right now. So if we get Ultra Ball here, we can play our hand down pretty low to try to be able to boss back Excalibur this turn. I think I'm actually going to go for that. Normally, I wouldn't try to use a Pokestop here, but... Ugh, that is truly tragic. I guess we're just going to Colress here. Okay, but Burrell's pretty good. Lucky Energy, and... I don't think we care about Cheryl too much, if I'm being honest. So we'll do this. And I guess we actually can use Squovit now too. Definitely get down Path. Palpad, let's go ahead and grab Boss and maybe Cheren's. That could be good. Judge is tempting as well, but they have the Barrel, so we're not too worried about that. I don't think we're ever going to need double turbo on an Oinkologne because we can one-shot everything for just a single energy already. So... might just do this just to give us a hard, like a way to retreat this guy if we ever need to. So we'll Nest Dash here. Card would have been good earlier. Okay. So yeah, we can Ultra Ball here. I think we just get rid of these. Go for another Barrel. And if we get a little chunk, I don't think we put that down though, just because Radiant Greninja is still kind of a threat. Okay. So I'll just hit for 160, and then they've kind of bench locked themselves to where if they don't reset our hand and get rid of this boss, and if they don't preemptively put down a bunch of different energy in play, we definitely just bring up Back's Caliber this turn and knock that out. 100%. So, like, even if they get this KO, I mean, they've gone through. I mean, they still have another Frigibax left. But if we can just boss, they bench that, boss that, we're not feeling too bad. Okay, but there's Cross Switcher. Okay. So maybe they just don't want to give us the free card with the Lucky Energy. So they are out of Cross Switchers. That's also good. But honestly, guys, we might not even need to chase down Back's Cower, because if we just smack Chien-Pao and then smack Chien-Pao, that's game, right? Okay, they do get super odd, so our opponent's getting pretty close to decking as well. I feel like we're in a good spot to win this one, though, guys. So how much energy do we have left? That's another question. So we have 2 in here, I think. Or no, just 1. It's 2 in here, or 3 in here. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we still have enough to close out this game. And we get the concession. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. I think we were like destined to win that one either way, though, guys. Just because we just needed 2 attacks to win. They still needed 3. So Oinkologne taking down Big Bad Chien-Pao. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it today for my updated Oinkologne EX deck. And I do like this deck. I mean, I've always kind of liked it. It's been a pet deck of mine since Scarlet and Violet, but think the issue it still has is that there's still just a few too many decks that can one-shot you. The Rigid Bandit definitely does help, don't get me wrong, guys. And having things like Path does help shut down Gardevoir, Chien-Pao, even Charizard, but sometimes the whole wombo combo doesn't stick and your opponent can still one-shot you, making your whole strategy just sort of fall apart at that point. But either way, if you guys did enjoy today's content, be sure to smack that like button. And if you're feeling a little bit extra generous, you can also become a patron at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or pick up some merch at rarecandytcg.com. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.